Hey, good afternoon, guys. This is Jimmy from Primer is Best, and I'm in the backyard here just looking around because I haven't been back here in a long time. Got me some Wasper spray, and I've already had to use it. Hornet and Wasper killer, because I live in East Tennessee, and I'm sure it's everywhere else too. You got those red waspers that like to build nests. And well, I don't know where he went, but I have one starting to build a nest, and I KO'd him before he got a good start. It's kind of a cooler day today here in East Tennessee. It's spring, and it's a cooler day, but I don't know when I'll get back here to do this again for a while, because excuse me, all next week my wife and I are going to be busy. Mrs. PIB, my wife. So I told her she's doing a few things in the house, and I told her, I said, I'm going to go out here and check on these trucks and look for wasp nests, and I'm glad I did. They kind of spring up periodically just everywhere here in the garage, mostly toward the front, I've noticed over the years, and sometimes on this wood. So I've been kind of looking around, and I've had this garage for years, and boy, I sure am glad I had it. I had to start out by getting the carport. No, I've told y'all this before. I got the carport. When I got that paid for, I paid someone to put the sides on it, you know, the back, well, the sides, and then I had them come back and put the back and some doors on it. You know, I have to do a little bit. So, you know, finally got me a little makeshift garage top carport kind of thing, and I've been using it for years. It's been a good one. Got me some rubber mats from my work. Before I retired, they was throwing these rubber mats away, and I told them I'd take them, and I placed them all in here, you know, just to keep mud and stuff from. I wanted concrete, but I just can't afford it. So it is what it is, and I'm glad to have this, you know. Anyway, today, just for a few minutes, if you don't mind hanging out with me, I thought I'd start this. Well, I'm going to start this one first. Hang on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. That was my buddy GM1038 on YouTube. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel, GM1038. His name is Brian. Anyway, I'm going to give this thing a crank, and it's been a long time since I've started it. A long time. I can't remember when. Several weeks since I have. If you've been watching my channel a while, you know. Let's see if I can squeeze myself in here. I've lost. Well, you know, I've been playing with that. I didn't shut the door good. Hopefully I got a good battery connection. But I've been playing with my 1966 Chevy C10 truck, and let's get over here. I've been playing every chance I get with the 1966 Chevy C10 truck sitting on a 72 Chevy C10 truck frame. Say that 3 times fast. Whew. Anyway, my clock is running, so I know I got a good battery connection so far. And it's sitting on concrete in the front yard, you know, towards the front yard. We've had so much rain here. We've had like 2 inches, or right at 2 inches of rain, and my yard is muddy. So I thought, well, all I'm going to do for today is just start it, let it run for a minute, maybe back it up, and let it run for just a minute, because they need to run some. But give it some pumps. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. What a good truck. I mean, it's been a long time since I've started this thing. I thought I might be in somewhat of a battle, you know, getting gas from the tank to the carburetor. And man, oh man, this is awesome. I'll let it run here for just a minute, then I'll back it up, and we'll just kind of look at it there a little bit if you're new to the channel. Man, I can't believe how quick it started. What a great truck. Anyway, as I was saying, my wife and I have some plans this coming week. It's going to be kind of busy. I'm thinking it is, or in my head I think it is. I've got to go have blood work done, and my wife has got to go to the doctor for something. I'm not for sure. And you know, just errands here and there, this, that, and the other. And I'm kind of looking a little bit for a metal detector. If you have a metal detector, I've been looking at some one particular brand. I mean, y'all might have a suggestion, but it's called, now I might be saying this wrong, but it's called Garrett G. I think it's Garrett, Garrett metal detector. I'm looking for one that maybe can go in, you know, just maybe just under the surface of the water, just a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to spend a lot because I don't play with them that much. I had one my dad gave me before he passed away, and then he wanted to borrow it again, and then I don't know what happened to it, you know. So anyway, I'm kind of looking at a little bit of a, you know, and if I don't get one, it's no big deal, metal detector, just to play with, have a little fun with, cheap entertainment. Like I said, I don't want to spend a whole lot. I'm looking for one of those that's got like a, or on the pictures anyway, it's kind of got a handheld pointer thing, so when the metal detector detects something, you know, you can dig it up, and then the little pointer thing will point directly, you know, real close to what it has found, the metal detector itself. So I'm kind of looking at one of them just for giggles. After using my dad's for a little while, I kind of like playing around just a little bit with them. But I'm wanting one with a headphone set too, just because you know, you won't get distracted by all the other sounds going on around you. So, man, I can't believe how quick. This is a great truck. I just really have, fond emotions, fond feelings for this truck. I gotta go easy because you see I'm hitting the rubber. No big deal. I think I hit the rubber when I pulled in last time. I want to try to ease out of here. I don't want to get marred up in my yard. The sun's come out a little bit, but it's not. Yeah, I made it. What a good truck though. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Started so quickly. I have to excuse the grass, but every time I go back here to start these things, I get grass on the bottom of my feet, and I don't have nothing on my glue traps. I always stick them in there in the winter, well, about any time for mice or whatever. But this is it. It's a 78 C10 truck. If you are new to the channel, it's took 7 or 8 trucks to make this one. This was a clapped out truck that was just going to scrap. I won't get into all that. I'm not going to try not to repeat myself. It's got a 350 with a 400 transmission. Man, it's a good motor, isn't it? Good carburetor too. I have to thank my friend GM1038 on YouTube. Like I said, his name is Brian. You'd be wise to subscribe to his channel because a lot of my stuff winds up over there or comes from there or whatever. And my buddy Tim Dixon, Gas X Chop Shop. He's on Facebook if you type in Gas X Chop Shop, Tim Dixon. Actually, I'm waiting on Tim to give me a holler about this piece right here. This piece. I bought this section here, and I'll show you where it goes. Man, these edges are sharp, and you'll cut your fingers if you're not real careful. I'm wanting them to weld this piece in here, cut this out, weld that piece in here, and that'll be all the rust in this truck fixed. I'm just waiting on him. I have some folks say, well, why don't you just take it over at Tim's? Why don't you drive it over at Gas Axe Chop Shop and tell Tim to fix it? I could drive it over there. I could leave it. But I don't know when he'd ever get to it. I mean, he's got a schedule. And, you know, I've called him a couple of times and he's told me, Jimmy, I'm just covered up. So there ain't no need in it sitting outside, you know, at his place, in his way. And, you know, I'll just wait for him to give me a call. And he'll call me sometime. I'm not in a hurry. I mean, it's not like I'm going anywhere I gotta have that particular piece fixed real quick. No hurry at all. I mean, yeah, I can drop it off and leave it and come back months later and pick it up, I guess, whenever he has a chance to work it into his schedule, because he works on race cars, motorcycles, tractors. I mean, he's a pretty popular guy. That's why I say check him out on Facebook, Gas Axe Chop Shop. Brian is wanting me to bring it over sometime soon and we'll put this trim on. I have new trim for the truck. I know I mentioned that a lot, but he told me the other day, he said if you'll drive it over, I don't know, in a day or two or whatever. I said, well, you know, I told him, I said, Brian, we've had so much rain, I'm scared. I've got stuck in this yard before. I don't want to do it again. I like to never got it out. This truck, it just spun and spun and spun, and that's why I'm kind of waiting toward the end of the day to even get this out. So it's starting to kind of dry, but I'm afraid if I go around in the yard, I'm going to get stuck. So, yeah, here it is. You know, I had this truck. Let's see. I had this truck and this truck, this 84 C10 truck that goes by the name of Left Turn Bill. I always name my trucks Left Turn Bill 84. It's a 354 speed, and this one out in the front yard. And I was asking, I forgot how the video went, but I was asking a question about which truck do you like the best, you know, which one would you keep. And I'll just be honest with you, I was kind of mildly surprised that a lot of folks picked this truck over this one in the 66. I mean, I told my wife, I said, that's hard to believe, you know, because I thought, in my mind, I thought, well, the 66 people might, hang on guys. Oh, okay guys, I'm back. I was just kind of talking to my buddy there, Brian, on the phone for just a minute, and thought I'd let this old truck run for a minute or two. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is, I thought in my mind, which is not much, but in my mind I thought everyone would either pick this one because it's a 4-speed, or the 66 over this one. But I think the majority of folks like old Billy James here the best, which I don't know, in my mind it just kind of shocked me, because I thought, well, poor old Billy James ain't going to have much of a chance against Left Turn Bill or the 66, but it held its own, and I think outperformed as far as people liking this one better than the 84 or the 66. So that was news to me. I mean, that's great. It's a great truck. They're all great trucks as far as I'm concerned. This one day, I might, well, I know I mentioned this a lot, I might swap this hood out, and, well, either this hood, or this hood, I might put on here and paint it white, like the rest of the truck. I'm not done with patina on this. I'm still putting my own on, and I'm still thinking about putting that mud. You remember, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, where I had this truck looking like the whole thing was sun-baked, like it'd been out in the desert? Well, I'm still thinking about doing that. I'm not sure. I just have fun with these old trucks. That's what they're made for. But anyway, I'm thinking about swapping this hood. I might put this hood, was thinking about this. I was talking to my wife, Mrs. PIB. I might put this hood on of course, I got these wheels for too. I need to repaint these wheels. These wheels are for the 1980 Chevy truck that's not home yet. It doesn't even have a motor. But I bought an old short bed, fleet side, bought like this truck right here. Well, it is, bought just the same thing, 1980. See if I can get this to idle down on just a little bit more. And I'm thinking about putting a hood on it. There we go. Yeah, it's getting warm now. I just want to run it for just a minute. Anyway, I need to repaint these rims. These are the wheels that came off my 1978 truck I had when I very first started YouTube. Very first started it. I had a 1978 C10 truck stepside bed that we named Old Dookie. And you can go back on my very first video and you'll see it. And you'll see me kind of hobbling around. And I was pretty nervous about doing videos at the time. You know, making a video because I'd never had done it before. But I'd had a knee surgery. Had my knee worked on. I didn't get knee replacement. I got knee surgery. And my wife was trying to get me to walk. You know, it was painful. Oh my goodness. So, yep, I was trying to walk around. I was on crutches and hobbling around, and my wife knew I needed to get up and walk, and I did too, but dang, it hurt. So she said, well, Jimmy, why don't you start your YouTube? I'd been thinking about starting a YouTube channel at that time, and she said, why don't you just go ahead and start your YouTube channel? I said, I know you want to walk around your truck, Old Dookie, and just talk about it. So I did. So you'll probably hear me make a lot of mistakes talking, and I don't know. Anyway, that's how I got started making YouTube videos, if you want to know the truth. Because of my wife and her trying to secretly trying to get me to get up out of the chair and walk around and start getting my knee. You know, I had to go through therapy and all this other stuff. But she was trying to get me to move, which I should have known that anyway. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway, I got these wheels, by the way, are 15 by 8s, 15 by 7s. So they'll be going on the 1980 C10 truck. Yeah, C10 truck. I don't have a name for it. You can look back several months and you'll see where my wife and I bought it. It's at Gas X Chop Shop in behind his shop. I just bought it as a factory short bed. Needs a lot of work, needs a lot of love, needs somebody to be patient with it, and needs somebody to throw money at it to get it up. I do have a 400 transmission I got, thanks to my buddy Brian, GM 1038. So I've got a transmission, I've got wheels and tires, and I got a much better hood. If you see the hood on it, you'll be going, oh my goodness. I'll try to leave a link at the end of this video, and you can you know, if you want to refer to Old Dookie or the 1980, you can see what I'm talking about. Kind of gets you up to speed if you are new to the channel. But anyway, it's spring, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting going on some of this stuff, and maybe have a little fun this year, I'm hoping. But man, I'm still in amazement. As long as it's been since I started this truck, it started right up. I mean, normally, you know, when something's set for so long, it takes a while to, you know, a lot of pumping and this, that, and the other. I still got a lot of sanding to do. I'm not done with this truck yet. Like I said, the 66 is in the garage there, you know, in the front on concrete, and I can get it out anytime and whip it right back in. But you know, even when the yard's muddy, but just can't do it today. But yep. Just let me know what you think about this 78 C10 truck, Billy James. Like I said, it's took I think I said 8, but I'll say 7 trucks to make this one. It's just all clapped out. Interior is supposed to be blue, like I've said a million times, but it's red now. Got all this stuff from a wreck truck. The dash and all is from a wreck truck. And, you know, it's just done a complete turnaround, using mostly mostly used parts. I mean, mechanical parts I get new, don't get me wrong, but if I can find good used parts somewhere, I'll get them, just for like the seat and carpet and stuff. It's all used out of the wreck truck I bought, and it's over at Tim's too, Gas Axe. So yeah, check them out. Check out my buddy GM1038 on YouTube, Brian. You'd be wise to subscribe to his channel. And my buddy Tim Dixon at Gas Axe Chop Shop. I'm just waiting for him to give me a holler. The guy I got these wheels from, he's got the beauty rings and all that stuff. I just gotta hook up with him sometime in the center caps. But I mean, I'm in no hurry. That truck's not even close to coming home. So heck, we'll just kind of play it by ear and see how things progress. I've run across a couple of motors for the 1980. Brian helps me to find them on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, but without hearing them run first, or they say, well, seen some parts trucks too that Brian and I had both seen on Marketplace, and well, it ran when parked, but you don't know why they parked it. And I tell Brian, well, if I buy the parts truck, why'd they quit driving it? And what if it's got a broke rod or a bent valve or something like that? So I'd rather spend the money on, I don't know, but you know what, God is good, God is great, and he'll come up with me a motor sooner or later. I'm in no hurry. Like I said, it's all just a matter of being patient, like I was with this one. Golly, it's took a couple of years probably just to get this truck to look like this. I mean, it took a bunch of trucks to make this. The fenders and the doors and the bed and the insides, and of course the hood and stuff's everything's used. The only thing original on this truck is the cab. The cab is all it's original from the 78 truck, Billy James. Had to get new bumpers, new motor. It didn't have a motor and transmission. It was just clunked. Like I said, it's going to scrap. So I'm glad we saved it. It's turned out pretty good, in my opinion. Better than I ever expected it to. And hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm just walking around letting it run, and hope I'm not boring you to death talking so much. But I'm just real proud of the old truck. You're watching Prime at its best. If you'd like and subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. Be sure to check out my buddies GM1038 and Tim Dixon Gas Axe Chop Shop. And I'm hoping a motor will come available sometime, and we can get if I can just get the 80 model truck up and going on its own. Like I said, I've got the transmission. Oh, I've got to come up with a drive shaft and the usual things, exhaust, blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I've already got a lowering kit for it. So I'm just doing little bit as I can. I'm hoping these 8s and 7s will look good on it. I hope. So somebody's probably going to ask me this. Let me get this. These are 275 40 20s, 10s. These are 8s, and I'll see if I can find the size on this. I get a lot of people ask me about this. 245 40 20s, 8s and 10s. And I get my wheels and tires from Ronnie Tyler in Madisonville, Tennessee. Ronnie and Josh Tyler, father and son business. Good folks. That's where I get my wheels and tires from. That's where these came from. So I thought about getting a set of these kind of wheels and put them on here, but I don't know. It's all a matter of, I got to stay focused on the 66 right now, and then the 80, and then other things will come into place as we progress. So anyway, I've talked long enough, guys. You're watching Prime at his best. I appreciate y'all watching and listening to an old man talk about a truck. And for hanging out with me for a first start in a long time. And I'm on Facebook, Primer is Best, and Instagram, Primer is Best. I got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget, because that is me. I am on a budget. I can't just run out and go buy this, that, and the other, or wheels, or I mean, I have to save for it. I'm on fixed income, and money's tight like everybody else. Money's tight. You do with what you got. And I rattle can paint all my stuff. Rattle can, everything's rattle can. And then I put Penetrol on it. That's something you might want to subscribe to the channel, because when I get the 66 ready to, when I get done painting it, rattle can painting, I'm going to be putting Penetrol on. I'm going to put Penetrol on this. I'm going to put Penetrol on this. This one's due again. It's been a couple of years, I guess, since I put some on. And this one, like I said, I can't figure out if I want to go where it looks like it's sun-baked, or just do like I've been doing and just naturally enhance the bad places on the truck where the paint is chipped. I don't know. I'm kind of into, I like doing experiments and stuff, and if you think you might like to put Penetrol on your car or truck, you might want to subscribe to the channel. Primer is Best. Y'all have a blessed day today. It's a beautiful day. The Lord has made a beautiful day, but it's not going to stay that way long. As usual, I live in East Tennessee. By the time you blink your eyes 2 or 3 times, I'm just kidding. It changes day to day, the weather. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll catch y'all in the next one, guys. I'm going to put this truck up, and if you'll subscribe to the channel, you'll see me start this one. This 84 Chevy C10 truck, left turn build. God bless y'all, and please help others. Pray for others whenever you can, because that's the right thing to do, isn't it? The Lord is watching, and we're supposed to be doing this without even having to be told, right? Right. God bless y'all. Catch y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all later.